Morning everybody. Been meaning to paint these things for quite some time. As you can see they're the stands that hold the corners of each of the van up. 2008 model Crown, so she's reasonably a good age, so she's a bit rusty. I've had some of this apart before to replace a few bits and pieces. I did a video recently, but I didn't pull it apart. I just showed what it takes to get a bit of grease in there, make them a bit easier to open. But anyway, as you can see by the rust, I'll treat that and then undercoat it. They're the feet, obviously. They're a little bit rusty as well, but not too bad. These are the Elko Bigfoots. I had to replace one on a recent trip to South Australia, this one here. So that one's pretty new, but someone had gone pretty spastic with a silver frost spray pack before a sale or something. We're the third owners of the unit. Anyway, I've already replaced the handles, was one broke, and they were covered in paint. It looked like shit, so I thought I'd finish them up. These are the pieces that go into here, and then these little joffers here, that's what goes in there, and the red handles are attached to those, and that's what pull it out to lower the legs. I smear these in grease when I put them back in, and they work a lot better. Used to have them jam, and they were a bit of a pain in the butt. So if anyone has a problem like that, it's not hard to do. The nuts that hold these on are an 8mm. Everything else I think is pretty much 17. It's 17 to hold the bracket onto the chassis. I'm pretty sure it's 17 for these ones that go through here. Obviously that goes in first and then that goes through. I'm pretty sure they're 17 as well. Yeah, sorry about that, I wasn't quite on the picture. Anyway, so that's it all exploded. I've given it all a wash with a pressure washer, waiting for it to dry. Then we'll attach a bit of that wet stuff paint. Going to do them in a grey, which matches the same as the chassis. But I mean to do these for years. They just look so bad. Oh, look at the rust on that. This particular van used to live down up at Kialla on the New South Wales coast, so, and it was stored outside, so it didn't have a whole lot of protection. So over years I've replaced quite a few bits and pieces that were rusty, nuts and bolts, and just stuff like that on the outside. And I thought, well, seeing I'm sprucing up the van, the front of the van, and painting a bit of the drawbar and so on. In my last video I thought I'd finally pull the figure out, rip all this off. This has probably taken me about an hour. The tape on these is so we don't get paint on the thread, which would make it a bit hard to screw them back in. It's just easier to keep them nice and clean. So that's sort of about it for the moment. I'll take a few more vids during the process. So I went ahead and prepped all the bits and pieces, cleaned them up, gave them a primer. I use a stuff I call good shit primer, which is a marine epoxy primer, and then I've gone over the top with an epoxy enamel, grey to match the rest of the drawbar and so on. They look a little bit better than what they did a couple of hours ago, as you can see. I just got to wait for these to dry, and then I'll do a bit of a demo of how to put these back together again. They're pretty simple. There's not much to them. I mean, if I can do them, anyone can do them. So that's all the bits and pieces. All nicely drying. Nice day here today, low 20, so they should be dry in a couple of hours. Anyway, we'll continue on.